in the upper right here in the red for the Shopify Rebellion. It's Byun. In the bottom left now, his opponent for the Dragon Phoenix. Again, he's the best Protoss player in the world. It's Hero. And this is the one we stand up for. Byun has some absolutely beautiful TVP. I mean, if you're on stream, and you were hanging out for the entire time, you saw Byun versus Classic, which if you're on YouTube, go check that out. I know I've talked it on other VODs, but Byun Classic Game 2 is legitimately probably the best TVP I've ever seen. All right, so make sure to go do that. And Hero, I mean, he is literally the best Protoss player in the world. He is defining the meta in PvZ. And yes, it's sad that we don't have any PvZ. I don't think there was I don't think a single Zerg signed up of any note. Rex, maybe. Rex was the most notable Zerg. And I mean, he's good, but he's not someone that Hero would struggle with at all. He's not a Solar or a Dark or a Rogue. Or sometimes we most often see Dark and Solar in EBT Cups. So that would have been nice, but Hero has also an interesting TV or PvT. Much has been made of his PvZ, and I think that's very fair. He's playing this Gateway Man style. He's showing really an enhanced skill ceiling. Is I think the coolest part about that. He's showing that Protoss players, after the longest time of just massing two Stargate Void Arrays and not really being able to express their skill, now there's this build that has so much more skill expression. But he's also doing interesting things in TVP. It looks like it's going to be just a blink opener this game. But we have seen him going for triple Oracle play, when normally you would only get one or two, and then diving on top of Marines to shut them down for enhanced pressure later on. But that has been what Hero has been his modus operandi, really since he came back. Because of course Byun now is going for like a 5:36 minute stim timing, which is also going to be interesting. It is that build from Ryung that killed every Protoss at Katowice, or a similar idea. That killed every single Protoss at Katowice. It knocked Hero out of Katowice and Crater out of Katowice. And, well, I think the storyline about Protoss being underpowered would be very different if Hero and Crater had made it to the group stage. But unfortunately, because of Crater knocked Astrea knocked Crater down in the lower bracket, which was a fantastic best of 3, and it was a lot of fun to cast. But not quite there. You know, it did knock him down. It was unfortunate there for Crater, and then Hero also got knocked down, and then, well, Ryung bopped them both. But anyway, that was the build, and I think we would have seen things a lot differently. But there we go. Stim on the way. 2-on-1-ish idea here for Byun, and Hero, well, he's situating himself, at least ideally, to be able to take a third base. But the Reaper here, he's gonna have to buy a little bit of time, knock the Reaper down. And where do we go from there? But actually, wait a minute. How many gates do we have? Okay, 3-gate blink pressure, or 3-gate blink, defensive blink, whatever you want to call it, coming in. Oh. I hit the wrong button. I'm sorry. 3-gate blinkish coming on down from Byun, or from Hero. And Byun, his stim's going to be done in the next minute or so, so we're going to have to see what he chooses to do from that. There's actually a build, a rather interesting build, where, not an interesting build, but a way you play this, where you get all this pressure and you get active on the map, and you start doing things, but you don't actually put that pressure on, because you understand that by being active on the map, you actually go and you force reactions out of the Protoss player. Like, notice Hero, because of the Reaper, because everything he's scouting, he does not have his third base just yet. Now, he's getting a Robo-Bay, and he's getting a Warp Prism, so this is part of his setup for the third base. Looks like it might be a little bit fake. But in general, by going through this build that Byun has, he forces reactions, and certainly as the observer scouts that Byun now, or Hero now knows what's happening, he forced additional reactions, so it does not allow the Protoss player to play as efficiently as they might otherwise do. Oh, wait, Stalkers here. They do have Blink. Hero's looking for a good position with the Adepts as well, but Byun will be able to unload, and the Stalkers Well, they can actually kind of fight these Marines, but only when Stim finishes up here. More Stalkers arriving. It's more Marines. They Stim on forward, but good Blink Micro here for Hero. And if there's one thing Hero's good at, it is Blink Micro. He's going to get one medevac, but not the full one. So Hero is going to be somewhat okay. And now it's time for him to be aggressive. As Stalker dies, but there's not a lot of army here in Byun's main base. There's only one unit in that bunker as the Stalkers. They're just going to jump on top of this tank. One tot, two shot. It will. Oh, wait. No, that's unfortunate. He does misclick there against the bunker down. The bunker's dying anyways, but the tank does not die fast enough. So the Stalkers do take some damage as SCVs continue to fall. But now Hero sees, okay, first of all, my buy was very low. Second of all, there's a tank on the high ground. Got to run away as Stim will eventually time out here at the drop from Byun. Does not find its way onto the other side. And there we go. So 7 workers go down. Hero, he has tempo on the map right now. He has his third base just about up, adding into Colossus, developing that next level of tech. But the one thing that we're missing, the one thing that Hero would have in a less aggressive game state would be Forge. So he says, okay, well, my third base is up. I'm comfortable in this game because I'm just putting on so much pressure that it's hard for Byun to run onto the other side. Double Forge will be the answer. So yes, I will be behind in upgrades for a time, but folks, chrono out double forge upgrades, you're going to be pretty happy. You're going to get up to your 1-1 to your 2-2 pretty damn quickly. So what are we at? We're at 1 Colossus on the field, second one on the way as the Stalkers taking a couple tank shots. Not exactly what they want. But I was going to back up because honestly, he's bought enough time. Second Colossus will be out soon. Charge hardwires a long map. Charge should be done by the time that Byun moves out in earnest. And Byun kind of understands that. So, third base about halfway done at 7:30, which is actually, with this build, you do get your third base faster than you would with the typical 3-1-1 timing, because of course your third barracks is a little bit later. As now the Stalker's on the backside, looking for a little bit more. Don't get all that much. But of course, with the Vikings here, we're going to have to see, well, the Stalker's just going to go down. Recall, saving 1 Stalker, and it should be... Oh! Vikings kill it off. Never mind. Meanwhile, drop on the other side of the map here. Byun, there's actually a full wall. Byun taking a page. Oh, this is actually really cool. We'll talk about that in a second as the Stalkers, they blink on forward. But this wall idea is not something that we normally see in TVP or in PvT. We've started to see Protoss players in the Gateway Man style do it a lot in PvZ, where you have this semi-wall where there's only a Stalker exposed. But here, actually taking a page out of that book, he's building that similar semi-wall setup, which Colossus defensively, it means that you want to run a bunch of Marines through that choke and die to Colossus? Yeah, be my guest. Which is kind of cool. Not something that we see all that often. But of course, behind this 1-1 just about done for Hero. His charge is done. As Phoenix just looking for what he can find, what he can see here. And, well, it's going to be nice. So Hero, he's sharking out on the map, and he does have the majority of his army out on the map here. But I don't think he can break Byun. I think that is a little bit beyond the pale of his capabilities at the moment. But he's going to run in. He's going to say, okay, well, that's free SCV, maybe a little bit more. And it's just posturing right now. Lack of a medevac or lack of a warp prism does mean that it's hard for Hero to really put on too much pressure here. So, warp prism on the way. I believe that's observer speed. It's always really hard for me to tell the difference, but I believe that's observer speed. On the way. And Hero's looking for an opening, but this really, again, this is just more than posturing. If he catches Byun out of position, yeah, sure, he'll do something. But I don't know that he's going to be able to really get much here. But okay, he's going to knock a gas down. That's something. He's trying to force Byun out of this defensive position he's found himself in. And in all honesty, I do want to see Hero make more Colossus. He only has 2. There are only 2 Vikings on the field. Byun is not making any more. He's doing that Byun thing where he says, yes, Ghost and Bio will be enough for me. And he's often right. But Hero, just go up to 4 Colossus. Drop a second Robo, go up to 4 Colossus. You will be well rewarded for that. Oh, Hybrid, I was not aware of that camera trick. That's pretty cool. But okay, wait, Byun, he's got a full scan off here. He's going to try to pinch this army down. Good EMP is on top of things. Colossus is actually a little bit exposed, and maybe you don't need Vikings if you're able to take a fight like this. 1 Colossus will go down. Second one staying barely alive as Hero does what he can to keep it alive, but now Byun stims into this base. The Colossus has to stay back up. It has to regen some of his shields because Byun, he's moving on in, and this is a problem. But more Zealots warp in 10 at a time. He's only on 10 gateways, though. Not 12, not 11. Nothing like that. But here come the Zealots once again with those upgrades, getting on top of the tanks. War Prism is just dead. Actually, Hero is just dead here. Byun is stimming on top of him. There's nothing that Hero can do anymore. He does not have what he needs. One Colossus on the backside, but a tank beats a Colossus one-on-one. So the fourth base is not even going to go down for the moment. The true prize are the probes. That Colossus, we're going to see it die. There we go. Okay, well, maybe it did beat the tank, but we're going to see it die anyways. The fourth base down here as well. Hero now down below 100 supply for the first time in quite a while, and Byun's going to get the upper base. Hero did such a good job with pressure early, but when you take a fight like that, when you're just that out of position, when your Colossus are that exposed, it is a problem. But now maybe Hero's going to try to make something happen here, but good target fire on the pylons, so the flank is just not going to be there in time. There's a secondary warp in on the pylon on the left side, but Disruptor shot. Byun is going to dodge it. He's not doing the Byun thing where he overcommits, and now he will find the savior Disruptor. Byun, one game up. In the bottom right here, in the red. He found one chance, one opportunity. He took it. He's Byun. And his opponent in the upper left, in the blue, to game number 3, he hopes. It's Hero. Man, Byun played that. He was not in the best spot. He was only on 3 bases. Hero was expanding everywhere. Hero was getting his upgrades. But Byun really just had to move across the map once. He found the one fight he needed where Hero, honestly, undercommitted to Colossus because Byun only had 2. He had a lot more on the ground, and or only 2 Vikings, which means Byun had a lot more on the ground, which is something you do have to respond to. And if Hero had built 4 Colossus, if he just kept making Colossus or even Disruptors, but 4 Colossus against 2 Vikings, you're very happy about that one. He would have taken that fight pretty easily, assuming the Colossus were in the right position. But Byun was able to go. Byun was able to go and surround both sides of the army around the doodad, around the terrain, and just knock it down. Immediately, everything is dead. Oh, okay, well, Byun actually, he's building his command stone on the high ground as if this was an eBay block, but he's not going to do that. So, Hero, minor micro advantage right now. I guess the other thing is, Dan the Man, I've never heard Idra. You'll notice on my emotes, I have a Frodo emote, because literally everyone says I look like Frodo. I feel that cynical death. I woke up at like 7 this... I went to bed at like 2. I'm like, it's Saturday night. Well, actually, let's be real. I go to bed at 2 every night. HD, gamer DJ in life, right? But I woke up at 7 with the sunlight. I'm like, it's Saturday. I can sleep in. What is this? Actually, it just became a sadder day with waking up like that. But I was able to go back to sleep, so it's fine. But yeah, Dan the Man, I've heard Elijah Wood, or Frodo. I've heard Daniel Radcliffe, and I've heard Tobey Maguire. I've never heard Idra. I'll take it. The Kraken is a handsome man, I think. I don't know. I'm a bad judge. Anyway, Reaper now into the natural, looking for a probe, and it's not going to get one, but good grenade. And certainly the Adept is zoned out for the moment, but of course with Shade here, it is, we're going to be fine. But now the Adept in the natural, and remember, or Reaper in the natural, remember some of these probes are low, so he's going to get one, and that's always going to be nice here for Byun as he goes in the high ground once again, trying to target something down. Adept's going to complete that Shade, and this Reaper should fight. Well, actually, no, it's not. Reaper's not fast, or Adept's not fast enough. And we didn't see a Stalker get made. Oh, no, he's getting zoned out. Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. He's going to get zoned out. I was like, wait, does he go down the Reaper cliff? No, he doesn't. We're fine. And behind this, Hero has gone for Phoenix, or Oracle into Phoenix play. In this game number 2, he's going to say, oh, hey, I want to get something done. Immediate lock on, and Oracle's going to take some damage. No hole, and he's going to be okay. But Byun is already not hard countered necessarily, but already kind of countered this thing that Hero wants to do with the Phoenix and the Oracles and this harassment potential. But ooh, this is actually pretty cool. So the Adepts and the Phoenix and the Oracles, it's going to force Byun to make difficult decisions. As there we go. We're going to see the Cyclone get lifted, but not really do much of anything. The Adept Shade on top of the Marines. Is there enough to kill them off? Second Cyclone is out here, and the Marines, well, they're, yeah, with the Cyclone added in, this is too much here, so the Adepts will fall down here as well. And with the Cyclones out on the map, the Oracles can't get much done. The Phoenix cannot get much done. And now Byun, he feels empowered to run onto the other side of the map because there is not a lot. He knows he just killed almost everything on the ground. The Oracle, well, the SCVs just get pulled out of the mineral line. Yeah, that's it denies some mining time. But there's actually nothing on the ground. So these Marines, these Cyclones, they're going to run in, well, okay, now Stalkers warp in, so now Byun does have to back on up here just a little bit. Cyclones actually waste their lock-ons. The Phoenix, they're going to look for some lifts and try to get something. They actually get the Cyclones. And it does feel like Byun, he felt he had a timing, and he's going to get a Phoenix. That's nice. Oh, he's going to get a second. He's going to get a second. He's going to get a second. But he will lose to both Cyclones and all those Marines. This is Berlingrad is a push-me-pull-you type of game. No one. Berlingrad is such. Let's see. On the annals of my favorite maps, I think Hardwire is probably my favorite. It gives us consistently the best games. I think I love Blackburn, but it does kind of fund us into Turtle a little bit, but it certainly has high upside. And then Berlingrad, because you just push me, pull you all over the place. It's ebb and flow. It is just constant action. It's a lot of fun. But okay, where are we at right now? This is Oracle trying to find his way in the main base, Phoenix as well, but they're a missile turrets, so it's not going to get that much done. His hero is looking to put on a lot of pressure to defend his third base that he's taken. Actually, I forget what time he got that, but if we look at income, it is starting to spike in Hero's favor once again. But now, Byun, Pop, and Stim, he lost 2 SCVs. But, okay, depths, they're not going to find too much of anything, but oh, no, they do. They find their way into the natural. Byun again having to pull off SCVs here. Hero it feels like he's ripping them apart. We're not seeing too much damage just yet. But, I mean, it still feels really uncomfortable if you're a Byun fan, as one Adept will find his way on out here onto the other side. Kai Boy, you may be like that in Plat, but yeah, as you said. You may have the micro, but micro and the macro, that's the problem. Okay, so +1 just about done. Stim is, of course, complete combat shields as well. Concussive shells on the way as Byun is on 3 barracks, adding barracks 4 and 5. As he actually does not have a third base, so he's going to go for a 2-base timing with a quicker 4th and 5th barracks. Maybe this is an argument towards not feeling like he has enough, feeling a little bit too spooked by how the early game went. Maybe this is just a, well, it's Berlingrad. I'm going to go up to 5 barracks. I'm going to pull the SCVs with a 1-1 timing. I don't know. But certainly for now, Byun's army supply is not where it needs to be to make this happen. Maybe if he finds stuff in the middle of the map, but he's not exploding just yet. Ooh, Oracle is gonna flirt with danger, and well, it's only because danger is so attractive. And Oracle flirts just a little too hard, so Oracle now does fall. But Hero's already ready, right? There is no wall really in the main base and the natural of Byun, although that's a bit of a bait there, not really in time. So Zealots find their way in though, and actually Byun is on top of things, defending that one. Starting to expand his supply a little bit, but he's not there just yet. Oh man, Tasia looks so good after his comeback, but just not quite good enough. Like, taking games up peak form Dark was really cool, and then it just was not quite enough. I guess he just didn't really feel it quite enough here. But now here comes Zealots. They're trying to chase down this army of Byun. And this build from Hero is designed, absolutely designed to deal with what Byun is doing, right? You get a lot of charge loss. You get a lot. Oh, that's a soaked wit of mine right there. A little bit unfortunate there from Hero. You just get a lot of Zealots. You got a lot of Phoenix. And Byun, as he tries to max out, it just swallows the army whole. So now here the Zealots come rolling on in. Good Widowmine shots to start, though, but good splits from Hero as well. Still, though, enough of the charge list will go down that Hero does have to back up for the moment. And with the lack of a Warp Prism, with a lack of some aggressive gateway, some aggressive pylon, Hero has to back up. He has to build his army back up once again. That being said, though, remember, Byun is kind of all in. He's building a third command center now, but the third CC is not going to be done before 9:30. In fact, his Ghost Academy is going to be done faster, which, yes, third base is nice, but Byun is not in the best economic situation. I think the fairest way to say that. Look at that. I mean, yeah. We're looking at 2,000, 3,000 resources gathered differential over the course of this game, and Hero is really not losing all that much more. So, Hero, we are starting to see that in the supply a little bit, certainly in the worker count, as Hero looks to expand what he's doing. But okay, so it's going to be a third base, so it's not going to be an SCV pull, but it did kind of feel for a moment. What just died? Oh, we don't have the Observer plus overlay. Okay. Something just died. Nothing. Looked like a maybe Phoenix maybe. But here come the Phoenix driving on top of things. All the Widow Mines save one get lifted. But here's the thing. The Widow Mines, they get lifted, sure. But Byun can just kite against the Zealots. And now he stims on forward, looking to make us look like a fool for saying he was ever behind. But still, it is difficult. Do we have any EMPs with this army? Not just yet. Now, Phoenix looking for lifts. But again, Byun finds these wonderful positions where the Zealots, they run forward. But it's the chokes that are scary. Now he finds himself a little bit further forward. Where are our ghosts? Do we have any? We do not in this army. Where's the one? Okay. No ghost just yet, as now Byun main-arting his SCVs from the main on over to the third base. So we can have some mining once again. And folks, I think that we're getting ourselves well set up here for the mid to late game that we've been looking for all this time. I mean, Hero's army is scary, but it is starting to time out. He's starting to transition. Double Robo, Phoenix, Disruptor, whatever it is. Hello there. Hey, Nina. Hope your ladder stream was good for once. You're rating me. I'm not rating you. That's impressive. There we go. I did the important thing. Is Phoenix find their way into the main base here, and actually, okay, we'll see one Phoenix go down. Enhanced Shockwaves, of course, does mean the ghost. Oh, he misses. Oh, look at that micro there from Hero. But now here comes the army of Hero on the left side. Phoenix looking for a little bit more value, but Marines are just sitting back far enough that the Phoenix are not really getting what they want. Is now Byun stimming on forward. He's up 30 army supply right now, and we talked about late game. We talked about the potential for Byun to for this game to go late, but Byun's army is looking terrifying right now with this 1-1 with the ghost. I don't think he has an armory. So while he technically is a third, he's not building to advance into the late game necessarily. But Hero hasn't started his 2-2, so it's really not the biggest of deals. But Byun does not feel like he can push into that. Hey, Candle Cats. Hey, Blank 44. And boom! Goes the dynamite. Okay, so the Phoenix now, they've lost all their energy. Widow Mine will not hit. But Hero, he's getting set up for a fight here. 2 Disruptors, though, they may cause some problems here for the former world champion. Because, well, Byun, he loves nothing more than overcommit. Widow Mine! Oh, big on the Phoenix there, but Byun's going to have to rotate back on over. It's a little bit awkward situation here. And Disruptor shot's not going to hit. Byun now aware that Disruptors are on the field. He's going to be able to play this a little bit differently. EMP on the army, not yet. Oh, the flanking Disruptor on the left, though. Okay, EMP on the army. Not really getting all that much. Decent Disruptor shot to start, but not a flanking one anymore. As it comes down the ramp, Byun, he's going to lose a ghost. But he does get a Disruptor in trade. He's going to be okay with that one. And, I think we may actually be able to make something a little happen. But, oh, good EMPs. Now Byun stimming on in. Reminder, folks, as he goes forward, gets that Disruptor down, as he holds the choke here. Zealots on top of things, but EMPs, they knock everything down. And there we go. Again, stims forward. Another Disruptor does fall. Byun is just abusing this choke right here. But Hero's army supply is still pretty damn good. We have to remember, it is incredibly mineral dense with all these Zealots. It's not the most tech-heavy army, though, but Byun has to be careful where he takes the fight. In a choke, fantastic. Out of a choke, not all that great. Disruptors are zoning is now Zealots. They find their way on in everywhere into this one, but Byun on the backside, he does not feel close enough to take the Disruptor shot. So 8 SCVs go down, but I don't think there are any Disruptor shots remaining in this army anymore. Nothing off cooldown. Widow Mines on top of a lot of these Zealots. Now Byun looking to collapse the trap, get on top of things, but his army is so damn overstimmed. It's so damn red, and he will not be able to punish, I don't think. He scans north side. He says, okay, here, do you have another base here? I don't really know. But EMP's on the army. Once again, the Zealots, they just evaporate. Oh, Archons as well. Disruptor shots not really getting what they want. And, of course, Byun with Defender's advantage as well. His army continues to find its way on in. 27 SCVs have died here, folks. But the Concave is fantastic. Zealots, though, from the north side, they're getting a little bit more Widow Mines. Gonna knock down a Disruptor as well. Byun chasing everything down. He lost his economy, but he has taken down so much of this army. Another Disruptor barely stays alive. And now Byun, he's got to kite backwards because his army is so red, so many stims, so little nickel and dime pot shots here on the army. He's going to try to find another Disruptor. The last of the Phoenix will fall. Disruptor shot. Byun, he splits against it. And this game has turned bananas. Oh, Byun, you gotta be careful. 1 shot, 2 shot. Okay, he's gonna be okay. And here come the rest of the Phoenix. But Byun taps out anyways. He says, I do not have enough. Hero does. We're moving to game 3. Also, shout out to Nina, who apparently has been subbed to me for 102 months. I have not been streaming for 102 months. That is, thank you. On my feed, it shows 1 month, but Nina shows 102, and that's fantastic. Hey, Ruin P and Global Zen, thank you so much for the follows, my friends. All right, so Byun, High Ground Command Center, once again, worried about some sort of aggression from Hero, which I think is fair. Hero has Hero has a nose for these type of shenanigans. Wait, does Fungal disable spells? Yeah, like Dark to Dark Knight, I'm not talking about it from a balance perspective. I'm talking about it from a design perspective. Because right now, absolutely, Zerg's spellcasters are probably too good, and the balance is just fine where it is. But I think, like, conceptually, every race does need a way to deal with spellcasters. Oh, wait, good block there, but not quite. Adepts are now trying to chase it down. Does Byun get anything? Does he lose the Reaper? He does. That is a fantastic little body block there. I'm not really sure what got the full surround, because Byun was microing like he was fully stuck, but I only saw the Adept Shade. and a Ketis Mavi. I do appreciate the oh wait a minute. Is this a you're an Amaranth sub too? Can we still be friends? Honestly. The I'm kidding. But the counterplay or the cross section between Artosis and Amaranth is like my favorite piece of internet, just like what the hell. But she's I think a Masters random player, so like I'm not that surprised. But it still seems just kind of funny to me as Adept finds his way to the main base. And SCVs are going to get pulled to defend. Cyclone's going to knock this down, but not before an SCV dies. Does he get a second, though? One shot, two shot, one more. Ooh, on the backswing. Doesn't quite get it. That is a fantastic emote combination there. You got you got there Anaketis Mavi. Yeah, Viper Abduct does cancel some abilities. I mean, yeah, but they're not really spells though, or they're not energy reliant tools. Like, yeah, you abduct during a disruptor shot, and the disruptor shot gets canceled. Is the one I think of. Anyway, Hero is getting ready for Byun's pressure already. Stasis traps in the middle of the map. Oracle's not actually. This is the triple Oracle play that I was talking about when we got into the series, where he likes to dive on top of bases and do stuff like this. What if Scarlet's saying Blinding Cloud is so weak? What if Blinding Cloud also canceled? Also prevented you from casting spells outside of the radius of the Blinding Cloud. But okay, now Oracle's gonna try to fly on, and they're gonna get the Cyclone to start here. Now, of course, they do one-shot SCV, still looking for a little bit more damage. But Marines, they're not going down just yet. So two SCVs die. One Oracle gets horrendously low. Wait a minute. Oh. Okay, but Oracles, they're fighting a little bit more. And Hero, this builds into Gateway Man. This is effectively, he's playing his PvZ style against Terran. He's going to get a tank, but an Oracle does fall. But here come Phoenix as well. Although, I guess there's only one, so it's the whole, scouting Phoenix, but also let me lift up tech units that I do not, like, let me lift up Cyclones. So for now, Byun continues to build up his 3-1-1 setup here, and Hero with this style is just going to make it so damn hard for Byun to run across the map. Delaying the starport more, which means delays the medevacs, which means it's harder for him to run across. Oracle takes some damage, but does not die. And ideally for Hero, Byun will not be able to run across the map until both Blink is done, sure, but also Charge is done. Okay, so +1 Blink on the way, but Byun is running on the map right now, and the Stasis. Oh, I don't know whether Byun knew, but he dodged a big one. I mean, actually, he's not ready to do anything just yet, so triggering the Stasis now would be rather nice. Yeah, Kid Chillin', I can't confirm that, but that's what I've been told. Okay, Byun now trying to get active on the map here. Oracle's, again, just being a little bit annoying, but it is only the one. Where is the other one? Both are still alive, right? Yeah. Okay, just defensively back at home. Of course, it's the healthy Oracle that runs onto the other side that looks to harass Byun. Now here comes Byun onto the map, and the Oracle is going to look to bait. Actually, Stasis Trap is about to run out. Byun just waits a little longer, but it triggers a whole hell of a lot. This is, again, it's going to slow down the push of Byun. Half of his army there locked in stasis until the end of time. Not really able to do much of anything. Well, not until the end of time, until just a little bit longer. But okay, now. Byun, he's free of the stasis. He's ready to go on the other side, and that stasis only gets one Marine. So now Byun, he's aware of things. He's going to stim on up, says, please don't lock me in stasis. He will not be able to do so. Charge is only just now getting started. It's not done. So this is a scary timing here for Byun, for our hero, as now Byun looking to stim on in here, but there's a lot of stack defenses. Zealous, they warp in. They're going to at least buffer. But Byun, of course, on the other side, he's building his command center on location, and he's about halfway done. So his economy is not in a horrendous... Oh, Hero, he's the timing's right. Well done there, Hero. He darts in to see what's happening with his army of Byun right as Byun picks up to triple drop somewhere else. And, of course, stay straps on the high ground. Now, folks, this is Glittering Ashes. Glittering Ashes does not end before 15 minutes, so it's going to be interesting to see if Byun is able to make the impossible possible. But now Stalkers on the bottom side, they're not really doing all that much. Stasis Trap is not going to get scattered out. They're actually going to get buffered away here, and there we go, big stasis. Half the army is going to be delayed for a time. Does Hero look to jump on this? I think the answer, well, he's going to position for it, but I think Byun's going to try to save this. And Charge is done soon. That's where things get really scary. When Colossus get out, when Charge gets done, but Byun continues to rally onto the other side with all of these barracks. His +1 is done, +1 armor just about done, and oh, good force fields though, but Byun is going to try to save these, and he will be able to save most of it. So hot pickup on the other side of the force fields, and he just, well, no, he's going to drop back down, looking to continue to make that pressure. But Hero does have a fourth base on the way. This defensive position, these chokes in Glittering Ashes make it so damn hard. Make it so damn hard to put pressure into, especially with stasis traps on the way. So Byun successfully saves his army. But I don't know that he can fight anymore. He finds himself down 20 army supply. Hero blinks forward. Byun, he's got to take this fight, but it feels so hard, so he's going to find his way on the high ground. He's going to try to pair away some of the units. EMPs on the army. Oh, that's fantastic, but Byun can't get on top of the Colossus. Even without extended thermal lance, even with Marauders sharing range, he can't quite get on top of it. So here we go. He's adding Vikings in now. He does not have any. First two on the way. But as much as we were talking about, as hard as it is, of course, for Byun to find his way on the high ground, now it's also hard for Hero to find his way onto the high ground because of the concave that you can build on top of that ramp. So Byun will be posturing. Hero looking for ways up, looking for ways to harass, but not quite getting there just yet. And of course, the longer this goes, the more Vikings we have out, the easier it is for Byun to take this fight, as it is only, I believe... Oh, no, okay, there are 3 Colossus. So where are we at for our Viking count? We're only at 2. We need to go up to 10, or like 9 Colossus, 9 to 12 Colossus. Good concave, though. EMP gets a couple of the Stalkers. As Zealous now run in. Byun, he's in a bit of a supply debt right now. It's kind of hard for him to take this fight. He's going to run forward. Good shot. Ooh, actually, really good shots here on top of the Colossus. Vikings, they run forward a little bit more. Byun actually going down the ramp. The first Colossus not really going down. In fact, the Vikings die instead, but that is still a weak Colossus, and Byun actually taking a really nice trade there, equalizing the supply for just a second. All right, so now Hero, he's found his way on the high ground on the left side. Looks like he's going to be able to delay this fourth base, and Byun, stims on top. Oh, very careful there. But now Byun, he just gets on top of the Colossus. One goes down, and the second one goes down here. Byun is taking a miracle fight. He gets down all the tech. Yes, he loses his fourth base, but he kills another disruptor as well, and suddenly he finds himself 50 damn army supply. It's his turn to run onto the other side of the map. EMPs, they're good units, folks. Armor upgrades are good units, folks. And Byun, he's aware of where the disruptors are, so he can react to them. That's a scary moment, is when disruptors come from a surprising position. And here we go, Byun sniping down everything. Army coming in from the right side, trying to get the disruptors down. Stalkers blink on top of it, but it's not really working. And yes, there are 3 disruptors here, so Byun has to be careful. But he's a 50 army supply up. His fourth base now on location. He's broken the hold that Hero has on the map right now. Over the last... Oh, we don't have it. Damn. Yeah, look how good that fight was. Byun trading a solid 4,000 resources better. Okay. So now Byun, he doesn't have the massive supply buffer anymore because, of course, well, warp-ins happen, and that was probably not going to happen anyways. Byun maybe had a slim timing, but still it's really scary to run into disruptors like that. But he will find these Zealots on the west side, and snipes go down as Zealot falls. But Byun, here's the big thing. His fourth base is done. He has his 2-2 done. He's adding in 4 Liberators at a time. And we're not at the point right now, because Hero took that last fight, lost that last fight, excuse me, where it doesn't really feel like he can transition into that late game sky toss idea or that carrier idea all that well. But he's going to find this drop of Byun on the left side. But who is surrounding who here? Disruptor shot number one. Byun, does he get it? He does. Second one, though, he's going to have to dodge that one. Not quite well enough. Oh, the third one hits as well. So Byun is not happy. He did a great job of the first couple disruptor splits, but that was a lot of ghosts that just went down. 5 ghosts hit the deck. Oh yeah, Vipers would be absolutely D tier without Consume. I'm telling you though, if Blinding Cloud also prevented casting of spells outside of Blinding Cloud like what it does with making everything melee range, that'd be pretty cool. Okay, Byun, he understands that Hero's on the other side of the map. He saw that army try to make something happen, so he's just going to stim into the natural here. We're going to see stack defense fall. He's going to knock down the Robo. It's going to have to be a full recall here. Disruptors are really not. It's only part of the army though, so Byun has to be careful. Because on the one hand, it's great. You know, you knock down most of the army. Ooh, that medevac had a ghost in it. But on the flip side, you're going to be very vulnerable to some flanks here. And oh, wait a minute. The Stalker's just barely not in range. Another medevac does fall, though. Byun looks like he gets out with the rest of it. This is still... Wait, oh, okay. Yeah, Byun and Ryong, for whatever reason, is he's going to get another disruptor. There we go. For whatever reason, the two of them are just so damn good at taking fights they should never be able to fight and just really just being the grandmaster of the map. It's insane. But okay. Byun, he has +3 attack on the way. He's doing the Byun thing. He's forgotten his armor for a little bit, but also somewhat lacking in gases. Liberators sieging up everywhere. We have the Fleet Beacon, or not the Fleet Beacon. We have the Fusion Core. Fusion Reactor. There we go. On the way as well, so Byun will be able to get Liberator range. He's never apparently getting that goes back. But Liberators, they sieged on up here now, and this army that Hero has just does not deal with Liberators all that well. Yeah, you can blink forward with Stalkers, but it does feel like you need Colossus just to be able to sit outside of Liberator range and actually take those engagements. But oh, actually, Hero is moving back into Colossus here. He has one. Actually, he has one hallucinated, one real. Liberator is now going forward. Stalkers blink in, trying to make something happen, but Liberators, they just blanket the map. Disruptor shots, though, is Byun paying attention. That's actually a fairly nice shot here, but the Liberators, they're just shelling rain and hellfire from above. SCVs get pulled. I don't think Byun needs to do that necessarily, but he will anyways, as Liberators now sieging up once again. Byun, he's going to tap down Disruptor 1, Disruptor 2, and it's only one Colossus that is the tech, but there's a second one here as well, and you got to be careful here, Byun. This is 3-2. Protoss play. That's a lot of damage in that army. So we had game 1. Byun, he just punched through. He won the game in one big fight. Game 2, Byun almost made it happen, but not quite. And over a long 12-minute game, he did a good job. Game 3, though, this is where we go late game, and Hero is adapting to the meta here. He has, what is that, 7 bases, either constructed or on the way. And Byun is not at the explosion part just yet. He's only on 4 bases. His supply is good, don't get me wrong. And his tech is fantastic. Forgetting +3 armor is unfortunate, of course. But his tech is good. But we're going to start to hit a point where the income advantage is just going to peg its way into Hero's favor. And it's going to be hard to bring it back. Byun will have to start doing the pull thing and start sniping Nexi. But actually, Byun's army is a bit overextended here on the right side. So Hero tries to wedge his way into the naturals, tries to maybe zone out the 4th base so we can kill that one out as we still Stalker blink forward, or actually blink backwards as the Liberator does fall. And with 3 Colossus here, Byun actually does not, he's only just building Liberators. He's building Liberators 4 at a time, and with Liberator range finishing, suddenly nothing on the ground. Even the Colossus are all that happy. But 4 SCVs do fall. Byun, eventually, please remember that you do need armor. Yeah, the battle report, Bob Guy, is something that Nice Username has made, is the Stalkers here are going to find the orbital. Byun has a bunch of extra command centers. I don't know why he floated his orbital from the main, but anyways, the drop on the left side is going to knock down, actually, I think 2 of Hero's bases, as a bunch of SCVs will go down. Actually, Byun's going to lose more than he should because he kind of pulls in the wrong spot, but now Stalkers blink forward. Byun actually not really paying attention to this army. He could have killed a lot more of those Stalkers. Now the Liberators do fall, but Byun, what did he get here? Actually, this is part of that drop, but he does get a base. 14 SCVs do go down on the other side, as we do see Hero desperately looking to intercept. Stalkers blink forward, but Byun has another boost. 1 medevac falls, but the other 2 will be able to get out. Byun be able to now retaking the orbital. And this game is just back and forth, folks. This game is truly fantastic. We haven't quite hit Byun Classic, but give us another 20 minutes and we might get there. All right, this is actually a scary position for Classic to fight into. Big EMP shots on everything. We are lacking +2 as a big Disruptor shot, and Disruptor actually is going to stay alive. Oh wait, flank from the north side here. Byun trying to take a better fight than we thought from the start, but again, zoning Disruptors, fantastic tools. But we are starting to hit critical mass though on these Liberators, even if they don't have +2, because Byun, he's not feeling super confident in his income right now. We noticed he floated his orbital over to that 5th base. So he does not have +3 armor. He does not have +2 attack. Now EMP plus +1 is kind of like +2, so you do 2-shot stalkers, but with EMP and +2 air, you actually 1-shot stalkers, which is where things start to get really difficult for the Protoss player. As Hero, he's trying to find a position to circumnavigate, really, to get around this sieged up position that Byun has, and actually Byun's going to take a better fight than we thought. And now, oh, wait a minute. Oh, this spot is so scary here for Hero. Just you're sectioned off like that. We will see one Liberator go down. Now Byun forced backwards. As the Zealots now, they run on forward. Byun actually in a really good spot here, but he has to drop that out of the medevac. Oh, Disruptor shots. 1-2, they go down. Byun, oh, he loses a bunch of Marauders on the backside. Those dogs blink forward, getting an extra Marauder there. In this game, I love Byun and I love Hero. I will not be disappointed whoever loses this game because, oh my god, whoever wins this game, because my goodness. This is just slobber knockeries. One Disruptor goes down. Byun, oh, that almost went off. Oh, be still my beating heart. But now, Stalkers blink forward. They get a 1 Liberator down. And still, it's just 3-4 Liberators at a time. Byun, with Liberator range now, he understands that, yeah, Vikings would be nice, but they're one-dimensional. Liberators, they deal with everything. And Byun now on 5 bases. He's got to drop, Liberators on the north side, but Stalkers warp in, they deal with that one. Defensive Liberators here, not allowing Hero to really find their way in. And there we go. So, Byun has realized he needs +3 armor. Good Disruptor shot, though. And now here we go, Stalkers blink in. We're going to see 1 Liberator go down, but here's the mass siege up. Disruptor shot's actually not going to get much of anything. But it's not a really big flank, though. So Byun running forward into that one is a little bit difficult as Zealot Stalkers find their way into what is the natural, still the natural of Byun. Stalkers blink forward. Another Liberator or 2 will go down. Byun stimming, but he's going to have to dodge the Disruptors. He does. All the Disruptors now going to actually so much of the ground army of Heroes going down here. Byun, is he going to chase this down? It's going to have to be recalled. Byun, target what you need. He's going to get 1 Colossus, 1 Disruptor. So much of the tech now from Hero, not where it needs to be. Byun scans the bottom side, says, okay, maybe that's an opportunity for me. As it looks like the Zealots and the Stalkers have been dealt with. SCVs go down, but at this point, we're looking at how many orbitals? We're looking at 4 orbitals. The Mule position is nice, and Byun now on the bottom side. Meanwhile, on the north side, a bunch of Zealots, they will die here as well. Byun now taking his 6th base. And here we go. Byun's going to get another base of Heroes down. And finally, it feels like Byun, for the first time in a long time, can have agency on the map, but he can't take the fight here. Too many Colossus, too many Star. Actually, the army in general is just too damn big. So, Byun, you got to pick that base up. You're not going to be able to make much happen with that one. But good EMPs does make this a little bit more palatable. Meanwhile, of course, Byun on the other side, he's killed a base. And do we have any Liberators, though? Stims on forward, Disruptor shot. Oh, okay, Byun, he stayed a little bit too long that time. And now here comes again the army of Hero. And Byun actually, he's a bit on a move command, but it's a decent flank here from Byun. He has to get on top of this Colossus. He's going to get one of them down, I think. And here comes the rest of Byun's army. Now it's Hero that looks like he's overextended just a little bit here as the tech is down once again. Hero finds his way into the main base, but he's not really going to sink the production all that well. Byun setting up a bit of a surround, so whichever way Hero goes, he cannot find his way out of here. And that means that's just a bunch of dead Stalkers. So the supply looked good for Hero for a moment, but that was because he was running away. He ran away to his doom, does not get that last Viking. And now, Byun, where are we at in this game? Let's take a moment and think. Who is actually in the lead? Resources lost favoring Byun by a decent amount, but also Hero's been mining a whole hell of a lot more for a whole hell of a long time. Hero, of course, is almost maxed out on all 3 upgrades. He does not have +3 shields just yet. Byun has not been able to get +2 air attack just yet. EMPs on top of Disruptors. 1 will go down, 2nd one go down. Now Byun got a split. He's going to lose a Ghost, but actually fairly decent split here as he's going to try to chase forward. And actually, yeah, no, Hero's got a big bank, but he has no gas. He has very little gas, and Byun finding some significant supply leads right now. Would Carriers or Tempest work here? Yes, they would Canis Ocelot, but in this game state where Hero does not have enough money, and with how active this game has been, I don't know that Hero can get there. That's the problem. Late game, Carrier Tempest with Disruptors is the way you beat Terran. But okay, big flank coming on in here. Do we have any Disruptors in this army? I don't think so. Only one Disruptor on the map anyways, but oh, big EMPs here. Now Byun is going to be a lot happier taking this fight, but still we got to remember, these are 3-3-2 Zealots. They do not die all that easily. So Byun now cutting backwards to where the splash is, which funnily enough this time is the Planetary. Meanwhile, on the other side, looks like Liberators have killed 6 probes. Oh, Byun getting a Warp Prism. He's looking for it. Does not get it, though. And more Zealots warp in. Disruptor shot. Byun again. Quick fingers there. He knocks it down. More Zealots run forward, but they're running in piecemeal now. And that is not what Hero wants. EMPs, they blanket the entire army. Disruptor shot. Byun is going to... Oh, I don't think it only got 4 units. Okay. Byun is just... He's limit testing. He's limit testing my heart rate is exactly what he's doing here. I mean, look at this. It's 30 supply up, but it doesn't necessarily feel like that because Byun has army all over the place. He has Liberators. He has a lot of supply in medevacs, and these medevacs are pretty low. They're pretty dry. Yes, folks. Yes, Cynical Death. The ghost is still there. The ghost will be there until the end of time. Meanwhile, Liberator is actually okay. It's in range of Stalkers. That's unfortunate. You can actually set up so you're out of range of Stalkers with Liberator range. Maybe not in that spot, but yes, the ghost. Says, please remember me. All right, now Byun stimming in. Oh, you see, okay, Shield Battery Returns gets popped, but really not doing much of anything. And now Byun, he's going to gun down this base. Disruptors are going to be a bit scary. Byun targeting one down. Oh, does he get the second? No, he's got to back out up here. And oh, the surrounds are so damn good. Byun forced back, does not get the base, but he does get 24 workers. He's going to find the north-sided base, though, and he's going to kill so much of Hero's economy. And for the first time in quite a while, it does feel like Byun will start to find some sort of an economic advantage, but we also have to remember most of Byun's army is in the air. It's not really available to fight right now. It's all stuck in those medevacs. We will see Byun lose that 5th base, but he does have a 5th base somewhere else. As SCVs start to fall here as well, Byun... Actually, look at this income. It's not all that great for Byun. He's been mining heavily. Does not have that 5th base just yet. So Hero, again, finds more value. The drop on the north side is going to look to snipe another base of Hero that is almost mined out anyways, so it doesn't really matter. As Hero now trying to knock down this 5th base, this orbital from Byun, the place that is not really defensible. In fact, yeah, Byun is just going... He's going to lift, but he will... Oh, no, it's not going to have it burned down. Stalkers are not going to kill it. And now here comes Byun from the high ground. Okay, actually, Byun is being a little bit patient. I like this. He's going to lose the drop now, and he's not going to kill the base. But it's only 4 mineral patches. But what he did was he allowed his opponent to warp in multiple times, or at least once. So he killed Zealots that otherwise would not have died. Oh, man. Byun versus Protoss. Hero is a fantastic player, but just Byun versus Protoss is so damn good. Byun versus Protoss makes me so damn happy. Okay, nice disruptor shot there from here. Byun just not paying attention, but it's also, I mean, it's a ghost, and you don't want to lose that, but it's still a little bit scary. And there we go. Finally, +2 air attack is on the way. Liberator sieging up here. That's going to be some free Stalkers on the backside. Byun will absolutely take that one. And again, the Stalkers, the Zealots, they try to knock this base down, but that base has not been there for a little bit. EMPs to kill more Zealots, and late game Gateway Man seems to be working out okay for Hero. He's staying in the game, but it doesn't seem like he can really go. And, well, actually, okay, Byun's going to stim on top. He just dives on top of a Disruptor, says, okay, that's free. That's for me. More Disruptor shots go out, though. Byun got a hot pickup, but not quite fast enough, so he does lose some of that bio. And it's insane. This game feels like Hero's been in the army supply lead this entire time. And you actually look at the army supplies, it's like, okay, no, not really, but... It is 16 supply of medevacs, and that is kind of something. Disruptor shots on the high ground, but you're never going to break that one. And by the way, +2 is done now. So Byun, he will 2-shot Stalkers with these Liberators. With the EMPs, he 1-shot Stalkers, which is a big deal when we talk about these fights. Meanwhile, Liberators on the other side, getting a little bit more economic damage. The Zealots, they run forward, but the army of Byun is good enough. This Disruptor shot not really getting much of anything. Second one, though, Byun stims a little bit forward. He does sacrifice, but he bleeds off a ton of Stalkers here. Now, Byun will lose this mining base, but it's not really mining. Not really. So Byun, instead, he's going to set up a surround here. I think trying to maybe wedge this army into a corner, but... Oh, he's going to work out for him anyways. I think he's going to stim forward here, trying to get on top of a Disruptor. He's going to get none. Oh, he's going to get one. Okay, but decent splits. He's going to try to get another, but Disruptor count, just, even with 4, it feels a little bit too hard for Byun to commit into. So, economically, Hero still in the lead, but Byun has been trading again so much better, 11k in the lead, that this game goes late enough. It will favor Byun, but we gotta remember, this is Glittering Ashes. You never run out of bases. You never run out of bases, but oh, wait, Byun, part of his army is a little bit off of the side of things, but oh, I think actually, wait a minute. Oh, the disruptors went down. 17 probes have died due to liberators. Now Byun can chase. Now there is no tech in this army of hero. Byun, he's up workers for the first time in what feels like forever, if ever. He is up in army supply, good EMPs once again. We don't have any liberators in this army just yet, but again, what Byun's doing, he's eating the charges. He's baiting out the charges here, and now trying to get on top of these stalkers. Byun, it feels like he's finally cracked the game open here. Hero's not mining much anymore. In fact, Byun has the eco lead for the first time in this game, for the first time in forever. Now Byun stimming in, trying to knock these stalkers down. The supply of Hero is evaporating, and unlike previous times, Hero does not have the economy anymore to resupply. Byun sensing weakness in this game. He's going to knock the Zealots down. He's going to knock the stalkers down. And at this point, yes, that upper base is not really there anymore. But now Byun can start to bring his army together. He doesn't even need to. In 28 minutes, Byun plays a slobber knocker of a game number 3, and he has a date with someone in the finals.